You saw Drake Maye with your own two eyes. I said he's the most improved player and playing the best out of everybody from last year's draft class. What do you think?
Yeah,
Mark?
I think he's playing great. And, you can say whatever you want about offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels as a head coach, but as a coordinator, man, that guy has got his guys dialed in. And he is, talking to him about Drake May, like the one insatiable appetite for information, really is smart, can apply it on the football field. And they've just cleaned it up. It's about the process, it's about the operation pre-snap, and then it's about how quickly can you read the defense and make the correct decision. The biggest issue that he had going into last weekend was 12 sacks taken. And those are things to me, Rich, that sacks taken are more a quarterback-driven statistic than they are an offensive line statistic because of the way the game is played today. So much outside the numbers, so many bubble screens, swing passes, so much quick game that if you take a lot of sacks, it's more on you as a quarterback than it is on the rest of the offense in general, sometimes on the play caller as well. So cleaning that up last weekend, it was great. And I praised him because he scrambled outside the pocket. He's about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And before he stepped out of bounds, he threw it. And I was like, as an offensive lineman, man, I was like a proud father because that goes on our statistics as a sack, right? And so I was just like, good for you. Everybody in that offensive line room is going to be very excited about the decision you just made to throw that thing away as opposed to stepping out of bounds and taking a sack and having that tally up against us as a group.
Yeah, I mean, and again, just the way that he energizes by throwing it in, running it in, and where do you think the Patriots can go from here? Obviously, the division is one thing, and we will see them Sunday night in Buffalo. That is a big game, maybe making eat my words a little bit by just basically saying this could be a wild card mission for New England at 2-2. That's right in the mix with Denver, obviously behind Jacksonville, who you've also seen in person, Mark. Where do you think New England can go from 2-2 right now, which is what the Chiefs are as well, Mark?
I said this going into the broadcast. I said, you know what? It's all about self-inflicted wounds with the New England Patriots. And, they had missed 35 tackles going into week 4 last weekend. So they'd missed 35 tackles. They were 29th in pass coverage. They turned the ball over 5 times against the Pittsburgh Steelers and barely lost that game. And one of my assessments was if this team cleans those things up with the way their quarterback is playing right now, they're a wild card football team. They're physical. They can run the ball. And I'm telling you, their passing game is going to get better and better and better. And because they have 2 tight ends that have duality, Rich, they've got Henry and they've got Hooper. And both those guys can block. Both those guys are skilled receivers. Like they have a matchup issue for any defense they play. You've got to make a decision. Are we going to play them small in nickel? Are we going to play them big in base? And because both those guys can block, we've gotten to this kind of thought process in the National Football League, which I hate, is tight ends, as long as they can split out and run routes, that's all we really care about. They don't need to block people, which is a bunch of garbage. And so when you have a guy that has the ability to do both, that has that versatility, and they have 2 of them, man, what an advantage that is to your offense. And that personnel grouping is their best personnel grouping, especially down by the red zone. And, I mean, they just showed it. They showed it last weekend against Carolina, and I think they've got a chance to be a wild card playoff team.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.